So grateful to be here and very happy to discuss these incredibly important and hard to talk about topics. He has an incredible backbone and staggering moral fiber. Howie is totally committed, completely ethical, totally admirable. No pressure if you can hear this, but honestly, Howie's a hero to me.
John, you joined us before, and it was pretty incredible kind of testimony you gave, and you devoted your life to advocacy for child trafficking, and even 9/11 truth. Maybe you could explain to us, in the last decade, what do you think the most challenging parts of coming alive on some of these issues have been?
Probably the hardest thing, and it continues, is just realizing that pretty much everything that I was told and taught since I was in grade school is probably not true.
And hello, good evening, and welcome to the Traffic Report. Hi, Catherine.
Good evening, John. Traffic Report viewers, listeners, watchers, thank you. Nice to see you.
Kelly fixed up all my toys because this is a special report, or all her toys.
Oh, very nice. What does it look like? You'll have to tell me.
Well, oh, you can't. I thought you were like multitasking or whatever. You can. Oh, God.
I'm not the best at that.
Well, it'll be on the replay. So
Good enough.
We're excited. I'm excited. Are you excited?
I'm sitting on the edge of my dadgum seat. Teetering, ready to jump.
Yeah, well, I'm almost there. I was very tired, and I managed to get a short nap, and I'm ready to go. This is good stuff, and we're still not going to talk about where this is occurring tonight, but anybody that watches the show knows. Let me just say hi to everybody in the chat room there.
Howard has a reputation. That's what we want to say is Howard has a reputation.
Yes, his reputation precedes him. Oh, and hi, Cindy. Cindy's there. I'm sure Rosie's going to be here any minute. Bailey's showing up. Oh, Mark's giant teeth is here.
Well, I talked to Howard a couple of times today, and the last time he was already standing in line. He's in line at an undisclosed location.
He's in. I just got a text, and this is live, and Howie is live, so he is. Well, let me show you. I'm trying to multitask. That should be interesting. Really? Hold on. Okay. Hold on.
Hey, if they wanted somebody who could juggle, they can go watch Barnum and Bailey or something.
Yeah. The last text is right there. It says, "I'm in like Flynn." So he is on the inside of this location, and so the first 8 rows are reserved. So they're being they're being a little careful that they don't let anybody that might have a problem. Yeah, I think. After, and I'm not going to talk about it right away, and then we're getting ready to talk about it because he's in, and I don't think us talking is going to make a whole
I don't think
big
that they're watching
big
the
difference.
traffic report right
Yeah,
now.
yeah. I think the
I don't think I've got to the level that they're monitoring me. Have you?
well, I know they're monitoring you, Catherine. I know they are, and I know they're monitoring me. Yeah, I'm sure they are. The NSA monitors everybody, but and we'll just say it, the Secret Service, I think they're a little bit busier than to be watching the traffic report right now, but we never know. We know Howie is on their radar, and he has no reason. The only reason he would be on their radar is because he's stood up and spoke some truth to these crooks that are running our government. So let's just tell everybody. Cindy, pretty darn sure you know where he is and how he has balls of steel.
John, before you say, throw it out to the
yeah.
YouTube.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Here's the and Kelly, don't cheat because Kelly knows and she's in the chat room. So anybody other than Catherine and Kelly, put in the chat room and where you think Howard is, and you'll win some kind of prize. Maybe a Justice for Rod hat. Actually, yeah. Whoever gets this right will get a Justice for Rod hat, postage paid to their location. And thanks Kathy McCallie, because Kathy bought those hats. And please, if you haven't, go over to Justice for Rod on Facebook and check out their store. That's a little store that that Tim and Tracy have. Yeah, Reunite America tour. No, that's not right. Martin Shanty. Yes. Cindy, Cindy, you win. And email me. Oh, there's a picture. Howie. Okay, hold on. I got it. Howie just sent us a picture. He's got his game face on. There it is. He doesn't look real happy, but he's in. So yeah, we're getting information live. So Cindy, yes, you are correct, and send me your address to traffic report TRAFFICK report 911@gmail.com, and I will send you a pink or a black. You tell me which, because I have both. Justice for Rod hat, and it's really I'm proud to own mine, and I've got to send Kathy McCallie some Ghosts of 9/11 t-shirts, because not that she required that, but it's just the right thing to do, because she sent me all those hats as for something for the show to be able to give out if we wanted to, and we totally believe in Tim and Tracy Hotham. So yeah, that's good for everybody. So yeah, send me your address and I will ship you your own Justice for Rod pink or black hat. You just tell me which. So yeah, Howie is at the Clinton. I don't think it's a book signing. It's part of the book tour, but they're not actually. Laura Loomer got kicked out of the book signing. She was on with Jason Goodwin, and I suspect Howie's going to be on with Jason Goodman after tonight. Maybe Alex Jones himself might interview him this time. This has some really great potential. And the Joe Biden video, most of you know, got around 150,000 views, and it was stepped on. We know it was stepped on. So maybe this one will go all the way. But it's one of the most despicable human beings, I think, on the face of the earth, Bill Clinton. And here's the story, if you guys don't know. He wrote a fiction book with James Patterson, who's a true crime author. And that's what they're out there selling. And Patterson is a resident of Palm Beach, and he was a neighbor of Jeffrey Epstein. What do you think about that, Catherine?
Well, he he wrote the book about Epstein, you know, after Epstein got busted and everything. I didn't read the book, but I wanted to. But I think that Patterson is sending a very mixed message right now. He's a fiction author, by the way. But anyway, I think that he's sending a mixed message because first he writes the book about Epstein, and it's not in a really bad slant, my understanding. It was just pretty factual. But
yeah.
the facts are pretty creepy, you know. And then you have Bill Clinton, who has made 26 trips to Little St. James on what's called the Lolita Express. That was the name that Epstein gave his own plane, the Lolita Express. So Bill Clinton was on there 26 times. James Patterson comes out, you know, kind of against Epstein. Now he's, you know, writing a book with, or has written a book with Bill Clinton, and they're doing this tour together. So I don't get this Patterson thing at all.
Yeah.
Not at all.
I haven't read his shitty book, but anybody that would appear on the same stage with Bill Clinton is not a good person. That's the nicest way I can put that. And if he did a true and factual book about the Epstein, and people, God, if you don't know who Epstein is, you haven't been paying attention. Jeffrey Epstein, Palm Beach billionaire, child trafficker, child rapist, international supplier, pimp to the rich and famous. That's who we're talking about. And yeah, his private jet, the Lolita Express, that took people to his pedophile island in the Caribbean. Yeah, that's who we're talking about. So if Patterson has any credibility whatsoever, it's lost on me, because if you didn't headline Bill Clinton's 26 trips on that private jet, you know, you're not doing a factual account of the Epstein affair, and then to appear on the same stage with them. And like I said, Bill Clinton has problems that predate any of this, predate Epstein, predate his presidency. I mean, this guy is a scumbag from way back, before he was governor of Arkansas. I mean, this guy was, talk about the Me Too movement, and then he's got the gall, and this may work in Howie's favor, and I'm sure it will. He went on the Today Show and just totally stepped on his private parts, which is, you know, a characteristic of all narcissists, and you know, basically was trying to squirrel out of a question. Did he ever apologize? It was a simple question. Did you ever personally apologize to Monica Lewinsky? And he wants to think in some sense that he did, and what he did was he sexually assaulted her, you know, basically using his power as the president, and ruined her life, you know, and he wants to say that he paid dues, and you know, and his response to this this NBC guy was, you know, oh, I left the office with a $60 million legal bill. You know, fuck you, Bill Clinton. You know, you are a joke. You know, what does that have to do with?
What? I didn't hear that.
Oh yeah. If you haven't, go on NBC's website, because Clinton was claiming that they edited, you know, the interview to make him look bad. No, Bill. So they put the entire unedited interview on their website. And yeah, what this makes me think. Wait a minute, Howie's text. Right, Catherine? Hold on for a second. I don't want to miss a Howie text here. Yeah, there's the book. You know, Howie could actually be listening to us at this time. There's the book. Bill Clinton, James Patterson, the president is missing, and I wouldn't read that. I wouldn't take that if you gave it to me. But the one I do want to read is the whitewash that he did on the Epstein affair. So yeah, Jeffrey Epstein, accused, really convicted, you know, child trafficker, best friends with his good buddy Bill Clinton, you know, basically escaped justice, you know, on everything that he's done. Hey, hi, Metal Lady Benz is in the house. So we're getting a few viewers here. So yeah, we're live with Howie via text. We were gonna try to do this, you know, live from the venue, but that would number one, it would make him stick out, you know, more than he does, and the
powered with the GoPro on his forehead.
What we all learned with his experience.
Kill me for that.
Yeah, what we learned from his experience with Joe Biden, his 4G connection mysteriously, you know, didn't work when we were trying to go live from that confrontation. So it will be recorded, I guarantee you that, and it will be available on our YouTube channel shortly after that. So, and Howie's on his home turf, so I'm expecting the Eagles won the Super Bowl this year, and the sorry bastards couldn't show up to the White House, you know, and whatever, I get it. Okay, so you differ politically with Donald Trump, okay. But you couldn't. You're invited to the White House, so you couldn't just show up, and you know. So what? And screw
they're
football.
Proving the point. They're proving the point.
Yeah.
They're disrespectful to our flag, to our national anthem, to our president. They're flat disrespectful. They're spoiled little rich children.
They are.
Right now. That's
they are.
the way that I look at it.
They are. Yeah.
But you know what? The NFL has suffered. They've suffered greatly.
Yeah.
Their stands, they're not getting filled. Nobody's watching. So, well, you know, and it's going to be hard for them to come back from this because, you know, once they betrayed us like this, what do we care anymore?
Yeah, I'm just showing everybody my Scottish flag here because we're at war tonight, and when I go to war, I wear my colors. So yeah, and who are we? Yeah, these punks, you know, well-paid, overpaid punks, and football has become just a diversion. You know, it used to be, you know, when the Green Bay Packers were playing, you know, back in the '60s, you know, there was some value in that, and I played football when I was in school. There is some value to that game, but not anymore. And the overpaid basketball guys chimed right in. It's just, you know, screw professional sports.
What I think about sports, John, is I have seen sports save youth before. Like they would have been involved in drugs, but they knew that they would have to be piss tested for basketball, so they didn't. And so sports is a really good thing for parents to encourage their children to be involved in and to go full bore in. And there's all kinds of things that you can do with it. You know, if you just graduate high school, I mean, you could become a high school coach, for goodness sake.
Yeah.
My high school coach just celebrated his 40th year. Seriously.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how that works, but anyway.
Well, yeah, and before our society was ruined by the likes of Kinsey, you know. And
we have to talk about that because I am really ignorant of what Kinsey was about. I have learned about that in just the last few months, believe it or not. And I am so beside myself about that Kinsey thing. If I would have known about it then, I probably would have hunted him down myself.
Yep.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah.
Anyway,
people are asking, and I'm sure you've seen this. The what's going backyard brawl in Arizona, and L for one, our old co-host, has come up with some very valid questions about, you know, what's going on in that operation. Okay, because a lot of it is not adding up at all. You know, the statements that they're making, the the fact that nobody will investigate it, that it just doesn't sound right. I don't know what, I would like to believe that Craig Sawyer has good motives and is operating properly. But I've got a lot of questions about Backyard Brawl. It's just, to have, number one, that's a crime scene. Okay. And they're apparently contaminating a crime scene. And I don't understand, and this may be the case, why if that was located and they knew what was going on, why you couldn't get, and he's got connections in federal law enforcement. We know there's corruption on all levels, but you would think at this date, when it seems like federal law enforcement is more than cooperative, why they wouldn't be investigating this. And I don't understand. And we're gonna investigate, because we don't take anything. One thing we've learned on this show is we don't take anything at face value, and we will be digging down into what exactly is going on out there. What has been your exposure with that, Catherine?
Well, I have a wait and see attitude. I think that someone got some intel. That's what I think, personally. I think that someone has had some intel and they were given that information, because look at who owns the property and the links that it goes to. Now, if they've gone in there and screwed things up so badly that they can't bring any sort of case or prosecution against the people that have been using that through, linkage of DNA or something, that's bad. I mean, that's really bad. But I think that it looks for real. I think that it is what they're saying that it is.
I have no doubt it is what they're saying. I just sent Howie an invite. He said that security is uncommonly lax at this event, and that's a good thing. There's no visible Secret Service presence, which is a little odd. But with just what happened on NBC, I think Bill might have been thrown to the wolves, which is a good thing. So we're trying to get Howie may come on live. I just sent him an invite. So I'm sorry to interrupt you, Catherine, but yeah, I have no doubt that children are being trafficked through there, and if it serves to educate people as to what's going on, that's a good thing. But I got a lot of questions as to why these guys who are basically freelancing are traipsing through a crime scene. I don't understand that. So we've got some excellent crowdsource investigators. We're going to be talking more about all these cases, about NXIVM, these schools in Miami. There's just so much going on. It's just crazy, the volume of information that's moving very quickly. So, but yeah, we're gonna Meredith. Meredith says hello. Hi, Tiffany. Tonight, Howie is going to confront Bill Clinton at a live event in Philadelphia. That's what we got going on. And we may have him in live here in a minute. He's at the venue. He's inside. He's giving us reports, and we'll go from there. Unless he is. Hold on. Yeah, boy. I'm trying to type Meredith. I could just say it. Catherine, Meredith says hi. So.
Hello, Meredith. I miss you, Meredith.
Yeah.
Nice to see you, for sure.
Yeah. And I got a lot of questions. Yeah. And they're saying, and that might be the truth. The law enforcement, and it might be in on, and normally it's been our experience that, yeah, especially in the local jurisdictions, yeah, a lot of law enforcement is in on the trafficking. So yeah, that could be the case, but you know, we're just going to keep asking questions, and we'll see how they react, because anybody that's doing this and anybody that understands, yeah, big thanks to Howie. Yeah, I just can't wait to see Bill's face, because we've got a real good opening question for that sorry sack of shit. So at any rate, I just wish I was there. I wish we were both there, because you know we and Catherine too. I'm sure Catherine could really you know, rake Bill over the coals.
One of these days.
Yeah, we're gonna. My next venture, because I have to stay local mostly, but I'm going to find out where that guy in Virginia, the pedophile, can't wait to see it, is. Yeah, he's trying, Tiffany. He may. Yeah, we're on earlier. Yeah, we kind of came on early to support Howie, and we serve as his backup. His this is the incident command center for you know, Howie's operations, and
there you go.
So yeah, we're on early to show his
all systems
support.
Are go. We're on deck. We're standing on deck.
Let me see if he got his. Didn't get it. Let me send another one.
Well, you know, you were talking about Bill Clinton's history. So to summarize Bill Clinton's history, he's a sexual predator.
Yes.
Been the president of the United States and just operated with complete abandon in harming so many people and destroying women's lives. And so he's made 26 trips with
a convicted child trafficker or pedophile child rapist. Sorry, go ahead.
Right, with Jeffrey Epstein. And so Howard wants to ask Bill about that. He wants to ask him directly, and I think that's a good thing. You go straight to the horse and ask them what happened here. So we'll see if Bill has any sort of answer.
Yeah, because he loves to answer back.
Or if he chokes on his tongue.
Yeah, you know, well, yeah, usually, yeah. Too. Yeah, well, and he does. That's when he that huge ego that he has, when that kicks into gear, and that's in motion before his you know, mouth in motion before mind in gear, and you know, he just ruined his whole book tour by his comments on NBC, you know, and I guess he doesn't realize the atmosphere has changed, you know, seismically in the last. Oh, we got Howie. Howie's on. Say something. Speak to me. There you are. I can see you. Speak, Howie. Say something. Or maybe you can't. So yeah, I don't think he's gonna have a conversation, because that might draw some attention to him.
I think everyone's on the phone.
Yeah, he can't talk to us, you know, and he's trying to text and
turn away.
Yeah, he probably can't talk. He's smiling. You see that? I'm gonna shut up. I'm gonna put him on so you can just see his face. What a nice venue.
Barbie wave, Howard. Barbie wave.
I'm texting him, so I'm trying to tell him to wave.
There you go, multitasking, John.
Oh yeah, yeah. I don't know if he's getting these texts or not, but let me see if I can send him while he's on here. Where is my chat thingy? That's the technical term. Yeah, we lost his video. Yeah, I imagine they're probably dirt boxing that event in some form or fashion. So he's gone, but he's there. So you guys got to see him. That was nice. So
we'll see how this whole thing plays out. What their schedule is.
Meredith said, "Don't look suspicious, Howie." Well, my wife, as a whole, and he hasn't had the chance to use them yet, but he might, and I might have the chance to use them. But my wife has worked up a number of disguises for Howie, and one of them is a Catholic priest. So I'm hoping we see that one. He says, "I think we could do it live."
I thought it would be good for this event, but you know.
Yeah, I think he's going to try to do this live. Yeah. Oh, Tyler, hashtag Tyler, Metal Lady Benz. Yeah, which Tyler? We got to talk to Tyler, because do you know who Tyler is, Catherine?
I don't think so.
Well, he's the computer whiz that's on with Jason all the time. Or well, actually, Tyler. It's not. Oh God, what's his name? My brain is old, but it's the guy, Quinn Michaels, and he's like a computer whiz, and Tyler is his artificial intelligence. And hashtag, somebody in our chat room just hashtag Tyler, and we should do that too. Let me do it myself, because what Quinn is doing is building an artificial. Oh, wait a minute, an artificial intelligence. A good artificial intelligence to combat the evil artificial intelligence that the other side is working on. Quinn Michaels, thank you, Mary. Let's see. Oh, Harry Brogan, and Harry's with the NSA. Nobody knows this, but Harry Brogan is well, he should be with the NSA. Let's just put it that way. He's time phone hack. Yep. Hashtag time phone hack. That is so outside of my understanding. But yeah, we'll try to get Quinn on the show so he can Harry
time phone hack. I saw that and I thought, what in the very world?
Yeah, but Harry Brogan is a friend of Kelly and ours, and he has helped us with our own pet pedophile, this Mark Cruz character that basically we got him off social media, at least it would appear that way. He's another convicted child rapist. While we're talking about child rapists, Bill Clinton, this guy's a very low level child rapist, but yeah, Harry has been an immense help.
That you know of.
Yeah, exactly. And we're still working on that. We're like elephants. We don't forget. Harry sure as hell doesn't forget. And he's all over that Mark Cruz with a cheap suit. So thank you, Harry. Just a shout out to Harry in the chat room. Timeful hacks, manifesting your best future through focus and art. Yep. Yeah. Tyler is the main AI for all the internet. Quinn's personal AI is Indra. So thank you, Metal. We're there. That is really, and I'll just speak for myself, but it's kind of I get it, but to even talk about it, I don't feel like I am qualified. So maybe we can have Quinn on here. I like Quinn. I know about his work. I understand what he does, and it's nice to have a good-hearted person working on our side who's Catherine, maybe he can figure out why you can't get on Google Hangouts. So you still there, Catherine?
I am still here. I keep you muted because you can hear a dog yap or a chicken, who knows,
Ah, well, they're used to it. If you're any friend and watcher of the Traffic Report, anything can happen. We have animals. And
it's a barnyard.
Yeah.
It truly is a barnyard.
It's a zoo, but I just lost my Google or my my control room window. Oh, it's back. Yeah, very complex. Thank you, Metal Lady Benz. And yeah, Quinn is from what I can tell, a very good person who's, you know, trying to do good in an evil world. So maybe we can have Quinn on. I'd love to have him on and maybe try to explain some of this, because it's all interlinked. And what Quinn has found out, Catherine, is you know, the links in the dark web to these child traffickers. So yeah, it's all you know.
Okay, so that's the video that I watched the other day. What, a couple of days ago? I think that's the video that. Yeah, I watched that. Holy smokes, that was so good.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, I wanted to stand up and cheer.
Yeah.
Right, they figured out key algorithms from what the traffickers, or if they're not trafficking children, they're producing child pornography and such.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
You know, while we're waiting on Howard and some other things.
He's back. He's back. Let me just tell him he's switched to his. There he is. He's waving. Just text him hi. We're not saying too much. We're being very quiet. So you can say hi very, very softly, Catherine.
Hi, Howard. Love you. Oh, Howard.
But yeah, this is going to be good. We're just getting audio, so I think its video is going in and out, but.
Okay, now I know that the doors opened up at 10 till 7, and they're anticipating going for what, a couple of hours or so. So,
Oh, fun.
Yeah, he's talking to all the Clinton supporters. Oh, this is going to be fun.
Said it could be 475, and that's what it is.
475. Idiot. Any woman that could support Bill Clinton in any manner is just demented. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of your political affiliations, and even you've even most of the mainstream media, especially the Today Show. So
I'm going to see if they'll let me go outside and smoke. Would you? I don't know if they will or not.
As long as you got your ticket.
Yeah, I might take a little bit.
Yeah.
I know you.
your neighbors there, Howard.
He's playing it very cool. Now I'm just going to go smoke. That's what you got to do, you know. I've crashed some amazing parties, and you just act like you belong. You said where he's at. Yeah, we have, Meredith. We're well, and we're not identifying the address, but where he is at is the book tour event with scumbag Bill Clinton and James Patterson. Who I have no respect for whatsoever, appearing on the same stage as Bill Clinton. And apparently he's not a very good researcher, because if he researched his book on the Epstein affair,
we're not starting for another 20 minutes.
why would he be sitting on the same stage as Bill? So we're getting background. I think Howie's going to try to actually speak if he can get out of the building. So
But anyway,
I'm just going out to smoke.
live TV, just bear with us. I can hear him walking. I'm sure he needs a cigarette by now. Yeah, so he's in Philadelphia, so he's on his home turf, Meredith. He's at and
Hi, John.
there he is. All right, let me. There he is, and he's talking and everything.
Yeah, I stepped outside for him. Stepped outside for a few.
Your thumb's in front of your camera.
I know.
I do that all the time.
Hey, he's got to grab a quick smoke here.
So we've got 10 people watching live. They all know where you're at and are wishing you the best.
All right. Hope I make everybody proud, man. That's all.
You already did that.
It's real laid back in there, so it's.
That's about to change.
It's like a, it's like a senior citizen, something or other.
Yeah, like anesthetized zombies, maybe.
Yeah, but I mean, it's kind of small. It's just this one's easy.
So, Howard, is the venue full?
Not yet.
Well,
Not yet.
So Kelly's making dinner, so I could, like safely eat.
it's 10 after.
It's slated to start about 20 minutes. But you know how that goes.
Yeah. Yeah. He's probably still explaining his appearance. Hi, Rosie. Howie's at the Clinton book tour event in Philadelphia. Yeah, Meredith, I'm sure the Secret Service knows Howie, and I'm sure they do. And this is my theory. I have these theories from time to time, but my theory is they've already thrown Bill to the wolves, and
they're not here.
Yeah, isn't that weird? Not here. That's beyond weird, and I would have to think that they're there, but you can't see them. But they're.
I've been to a few things. Mm-hmm. This one was real. Not even a wand.
Yeah. Well, seeing his blunder on the mainstream press and the way they went after him, I think he's been thrown to the wolves, which is a good thing. So hopefully you got the green light. Light him up. Yeah. Yeah. Rosie asked if you have any handcuffs with you.
Nah.
That's
citizen's arrest.
Yeah, citizen's arrest.
I'm sorry for those against smoking and everything, but this is a great cigarette.
You picked the wrong day to quit sniffing glue.
But
we've got 13 live viewers. People are checking in. I'm gonna have to tweet out, or maybe I don't know if maybe you can do that, Catherine, that we're live. I'm about maxed out on my devices here, but we'll figure it out. I'll figure out some way to, and they know. I mean, people know, but I'll probably do it.
Yeah, I'm gonna jump off live.
Okay. All right.
Just because just in case.
Yeah.
I feel
let's not get overconfident. Yeah.
Right. So
I want footage, and it doesn't have to be live.
I'll be back. Yeah, if people can hang around for thanks for hanging out and everything. And I should be back on somewhere next hour.
Outstanding. Well, I'll be here. I know that.
All right. Love you guys. All right, man.
We love you too.
Love you too, Howard.
Give him hell. Give him hell. I know you will.
I will, brother.
He will. Yes, absolutely will. Jump and share, yeah, on Twitter, because and maybe he will go out live, but I guarantee you this: he's going to get a recording of the whole thing, one way or another, and it's going to be good. And I don't think Bill's up to the task. Maybe in the old days he could, fend off, some of these good questions, but the way I know what the question is that he's going to be asking him, and the way that it's phrased is going to put him, and we worked on is going to put him in a box that I don't think he'll be able to get out of. And he's going to be in a cell that he can't get out of soon. That's my personal feeling. And I think the process of cutting him loose, apparently, you know, I'm not going to talk about his Secret Service detail now because I just don't think that's productive. But apparently, you know, I think that Bill has been thrown to the wolves, and I certainly hope so, because he needs to be, and he needs to be in a jail cell, and so does his wife, Hillary, and a lot of other people. So we're working on it.
Well, we can only make things a little uncomfortable for them, you know, before the FBI or whoever it is comes knocking at the door. So I have a meme with the FBI, you know, someone looking out the peephole and the FBI's on the other side, and it says knock knock. So I send that out to Twitter every now and again to make myself feel better about Hillary, because every time I do that, I'm thinking, one of these days.
Yeah. Well, I think it's coming. You know, the way I read the handwriting on the wall, when you've got organizations like Backpage going under, you've got the Catholic Church #3 guy being prosecuted in Australia. You've got Harvey Weinstein under criminal indictments. You've got the NXIVM people. You know, and these were all part of those sealed indictments that people think don't exist, and they're being unsealed. People are going to jail. Yeah, drain the swamp. It's a big swamp.
Well, they're also the beginning of the dominoes. There's going to be other people coming to arrest out of these arrests. We've seen that happen ourselves, and it'll happen.
Yep. And listen to, if you don't believe us, take the prosecutor in the NXIVM case. She stood in federal court and said to the judge, this is an ongoing investigation. There are more indictments. There are going to be co-defendants. So it's happening. You know, this is happening. And of course, it's not quick enough for any of us, but anyone watching.
So while we're talking about some things happening and everything, and we try to take a time out at every show to encourage people to do something that they are gifted at on behalf of children to help make them more safe in whatever fashion that is. So I'm going to, I'm throwing that out there. Whatever someone has as a gift, use it to help the children, because they need it. They cannot have enough people on their team. We cannot have enough people keeping an eye on our children. So no matter what it is, if it's your gift, we're happy to promote you and everything else. But I mean, just like how we're thinking of the hashtag Pedogate News, that has been a tremendous success. And him taking his signs, that's how Howard and I connected in the first place. And, how things have just, gone on. And, we cannot sit back. We can't stop. And in fact, we have to go harder now than what we have.
Yes.
Because when the iron is hot, strike like a son of a bitch. That's what I say.
Why do you think I'm in my war paint? That's my Scottish war paint, and this is a war between good and evil, and that's as simple as I can put it. And we had my 9/11 poster came down. But that's what it is, and people have chosen sides already, and we just have to redouble our efforts. Every time there is no rest. We don't have any laurels to rest on. This is a it should be a full-time occupation for every citizen of every country. If we can, I've always said this, and I'll continue to say it, until we show by our actions that the least, the most innocent are protected. We are not a society. We don't deserve to be a society. We don't deserve all the wonderful benefits, you know, we have as American citizens. If we can't protect our children, we just don't deserve it. And there's some very disturbing signs of a crumbling empire that are going on. And you know, hopefully we can turn that around and get a few more years out of you know, a country that was founded on some very sound principles. So we'll see.
Well, if we took every big name out of the whole conversation, there might be a lot more safer children. However, the statistics now are 1 in 4 female children or 1 in 6 male children will be sexually assaulted before they're 18 years old. And, you know, I know that I repeat myself on this show a lot, but the reason that I do that is because there are new people coming in, and there will be people who will access these videos, you know, later down the road, and maybe they don't know. And so I like to make our conversation complete and full. So, you know, that's why I repeat myself sometimes, but I don't think that it can be said enough what the statistics are. I am so, you know, really pissed off right now about the whole thing that, you know, it's triggering, very triggering.
Well,
So,
yeah, and I get it, you know, and being a survivor, you know, and you being a survivor, you know, all this stuff, yeah, it's all triggering. And you know, another important thing that you bring up is self-care, you
right.
know. But yeah, I don't think
Well, that's what I was going to say. Even if someone has never experienced any sort of sexual assault at all, when you have exposed yourself to this over and over, it's assaultive. It's assaultive to your senses. It's assaultive to a person who has a dadgum heart. You know, it is hurtful. And so when you read these stories and you know, like banging your head going, my God, here goes another one, you know? So, you know, we have gained this momentum, and there have been things that have changed, you know, tremendously. So we just have to go full bore, whatever anybody in our listening audience can do. If it's make a phone call, if it's write a letter, push yourselves. I ask you, please push yourselves. There are so many children that are in danger.
Yeah. And locally, I mean, locally, talk to your neighbors, talk to one neighbor, you know, show up at your school board meetings, show up at your county commission, ask questions, your YMCA. My God, the whole Larry Nassar USA, you know, that we barely scratched the surface on that. And the YMCA is a center for, this is where these kids are brought in to the system that is destroying them, you know. So there's and this problem is so big, and it's going to take so much to support these survivors and, you know, get started, you know.
Well, one of the reasons that I maintain all of these years that law enforcement or the judicial system or lawmakers, the reason that I think that they've neglected this, so where our statistics are off the charts wicked, is because a harmed society is an easier manipulated society. And so we've had these people in authority for so many years that all they care about is your blood, and they really do want your blood. So, you know, that's the kind of mindset that we've been dealing with. Those are the kind of laws that have been made. We're so far behind the 8 ball. Our children are so far behind. So we have a lot of catch up to do, but we have gained momentum. We can do stuff. We can do things now that we couldn't do before. And now is the time.
And if the viewers are wondering, that's follow Catherine on Twitter, at Duffy_1958. I'm putting your page up as you're talking. I'm trying to,
Oh, thank you.
do
I
some
appreciate the shout out.
do some production value.
I
But
like talking to people on Twitter. I mean, goodness.
and you're good at it. So we've all got, man, when I think of how I started on Twitter and Facebook, we're good at this. I mean, we let's see, local news is here. Awesome. Okay, we're getting live reports from Howie. That was a tweet. Yeah, I think I see this, the MSM picking this up, because I think the time is right. They're not happy with Bill, and maybe this is because some kind of change is occurring, or they're covering their ass, whatever. It could be one or the other, and I don't really care. As long as he gets thrown to the wolves, I don't care what their motivation is. We're going to take these assholes on one at a time until they're all gone, and that's what we're going to do. That's what we're doing.
Well, as far as exposure goes, someone could get a hold of TMZ on Twitter, and they can text message them, and they can call them.
Check this out.
All of those things.
Yep. And I would venture to guess that it'll be after the NBC's. Yeah, this is NBC story. Local news will be very interested. Yes. Yeah. Johnny Depp, Eddie Vedder. Yeah. Daniel. Yeah. Teaching him. Yeah. This whole Meredith, this whole society, Hollywood, and I can never talk about. I can never talk about Hollywood without mentioning Gabe Hoffman, Matt Valentinas, An Open Secret, at An Open Secret. Those guys have blown the lid off Hollywood, and the only reason that people aren't behind bars because of their work right now is they've all absconded, and they're fugitives from justice. But we caught Rainier, in Mexico. So Brian Singer, all those pedophiles that were so eloquently outed by Gabe and Matt's documentary, your days are numbered, and there's no place on the face of this earth that you can hide. And I got to put my little 9/11 poster back up. That's bothering me. Hold on. Ghosts of 9/11.
I have absolute mad respect for the guys that did An Open Secret. It was such a fantastic documentary on the way that some of the children in Hollywood suffered anyway at the hands of sexual predators, and it was very tastefully done, well done, not gratuitous at all, and represented the victims. That's what I was majorly impressed over.
Yeah.
So if people have not seen An Open Secret, it is available. If you go on their Twitter feed, you'll find it from there. They don't really want people accessing it from.
Yes, it's on Vimeo, and it's free of charge. Yeah. But please don't use the pirated versions on YouTube. Go and use their Vimeo link, because I think those guys are going to they're going to get a break, whether with Netflix or whatever. And that movie and those guys, if people don't know, Gabe and Matt both put up their own money, a couple $1 million to make that movie without as a public service. I mean, they're not in need of making money off that documentary, and that wasn't the motivation. And they were just blackballed. They were, they have taken a tremendous amount of abuse, for just putting that story out there. And they haven't given up, and they've redoubled their efforts. I try to retweet everything that they do, because we have we have the hashtag Pedogate News, but those guys, they are a source of unending information about arrests, about, what's going on. And I'm looking forward. They have a new interview with, forgive me, I can't remember he's a child actor, victim, survivor of Bryan Singer, and that's coming out soon. That will be, I'm hoping Singer is in federal custody by the time that comes out. But yeah, those guys have been instrumental in blowing the lid off the sewer that's Hollywood. And all those guys, Johnny Depp and all of them, they're so into that stuff that it's just disgusting. And the Gabe and Matt's only goal is to clean up that industry, because it does have great potential. The movie making and storytelling, and can be used for positive purposes, and there are some wonderful films and documentaries out there that have made a difference in the quality of life on this planet. So there's but it needs to be the whole, it needs to be torn, like CPS and a lot of other areas of our culture. It needs to be torn down and rebuilt. So Howie's let's see, he's patiently waiting for Bill Child Rapist Clinton, Bill Mina Connection Clinton. Mad Broadcasting is in the house. Hi, Robin. I think it's Robin. And while we're giving shout outs, the folks at Mad Broadcasting have done tremendous work, in educating and getting this information out, and follow them, subscribe to their channel, Mad Broadcasting.
Right.
Missy will be dropping in on us. Missy was with Mad for a while. I'm not sure if she's with them right now, but Missy Spencer is just another one of the amazing people that we've oh, thanks, Robin. I think that's Robin. She's saying we're great. So we try, and but yeah, this network of people that have come together. Missy, Venetia Rahal, who hasn't been around lately, but has done. She was one of our survivor stories. Becky Piercy. There's been so many people that we've got this huge network. The people on Facebook that like and follow the Facebook page, and we have a crowdsourced traffic report page. Cherie Hoffmeyer. There's just so many names, that I just can't mention them all. But it's a huge network. We have a survivors support group, on through Facebook Messenger. So this network is not going away. It's just getting stronger and larger, and this is change is occurring. not quick enough, but it is occurring.
Well, I think the different ones have different things to bring to the table, and together, everyone, is working hard, trying hard, and just, trying to help with raising awareness. And I really appreciate each and every person who retweets, tweets, quote tweets, post people's videos on YouTube. And I mean, please go and support these ones, and Open Secret and Mad Broadcasting. Go and post their videos on Twitter and everything. You don't have to worry about their content. They are safe people. I mean, watch their content to make sure that you feel safe with them. People, don't take my word for it. But I know them as safe people. And so I don't worry about, posting their things. And
and my God. And people like, Rosie. I mean, Rosie is she's a force.
She's our cheerleader.
She's a force. I mean, on Twitter, on Facebook, when nobody was paying attention on Facebook, Rosie got that information out there. You know, and there's just so many people, and it's just yeah, she is. She's a badass. All, you know, the women, you know, my wife included, who's in here under her screen name, one of her many screen names. You know, badasses. You know, that's you know, that power, and the, you know, Howie and I joke around, and that bringing Catherine and Elle, you know, when the story started, I mean, to balance our our, our nutty male energy, whatever it is. But you know, the women that I've met doing this work are just, you know, unbelievable as far as the power that they have. And once that power gets all linked up, and that's what's happening now, the forces of evil do not stand a chance. Believe me, they don't. They surely don't.
Well, to that, it makes me think about the different attacks that, you know, people have been under. And, you know, block those people. Don't, you know, if they're clearly just attacking to attack, just block them, because they're more than likely a paid bot.
Yeah, they are. It's hilarious on Twitter. And like I see the people that mess with Becky and you know, anybody on here, and then you go and they've got like 20 followers. The one guy, I think he was messing with our show on Facebook, and he had a his profile picture was Adolf Hitler. You know, it's like, dude, come on. I mean, it's like, really?
That's original.
Yeah. Oh wow, yeah. So we're not dealing with you know, the sharpest tools in the shed, you know, or something. I'm trying to find where are my heart emojis? I'm lost here. I'm definitely an emoji.
That, everybody just stay the course. I mean, you know, this is a bumpy ride. This is not anything less. It's a lot of emotional highs and lows, and, you know, people attack you. And I always say, if you can't take the heat, get out of the kitchen. And I mean, that's kind of rude, but if you can't take the heat, get out of the kitchen.
Yep. And
make room for somebody who can take the heat. But you know what? In the long run, take the heat. For the love of God, take the heat. There's a kid depending on someone to take the heat for them. So, you know, trolls and those other people, they don't matter. They really don't.
No. And like I said, we're not, unless we can stand up for our children, regardless of the you know, cost. We're not a society. We don't, all those, that car you get in, you know, that grocery store you go to, the fact that you're well fed and you're living in living conditions that most of the rest of the world would kill for. We don't deserve any of that. You know, if you can't stand up for, you know, the people who can't stand up for themselves, and that's not just children. You know, that's any member of our society that you know, is at a disadvantage, you know, and you know, that's what we're supposed to be doing. But and a lot of us are now, and a lot more than I think were, you know, in the past. But I'm getting excited. He could be going off on him right at this moment. Yeah, Rosie mentioned, and David Zublik has done some excellent work. He's on YouTube, and I think the latest is that the Pope is maybe going down, which is, that works for me. The Jesuits will do, you know, since we got some time, we'll do a little you know, deep state history, and the Jesuits, and I was raised a Catholic. My mom was, you know, Scotch Irish, my God. And you know, but the reins of power in the Catholic Church are the Jesuits, and the Jesuits are worse than any mafia. They are the original mafia. And if people don't know it, you know, you can Google this. Google the Jesuits and the City of London and Washington, D.C. And what the picture that you'll get is of an obelisk, like the Washington Monument. And those three organizations, there's one in the Vatican, okay? And there's one in the City of London, and there's one in Washington, D.C. And those three entities are the power structure, and the worst of them are the Jesuits. They run the whole show. The City of London are the second worst, and D.C. is the third. But they all work together, and they're behind all this, you know, human misery. And that obelisk, the Washington Monument, that our great veterans stand in front of, you know, a lot of them don't know that that's meant to be the penis of Osiris. You know, that's how screwed up. Yeah, absolutely. That's what that is. That's a representation of the mystery Babylon Egyptian religion. And Google that. Mystery Babylon. These are the Satanists. These are the Luciferians. That is their religion, and these are their symbols. You know, they own us, or they think they do. And that's, you know, look at it. They have the same obelisk. Why? You know, in London or the Vatican, you know, they weren't, you know, big on the United States. What, you know, just go and you can do it right on YouTube. William Cooper, a man I consider a martyr, a hero, a patriot, exposed all that. His series on Mystery Babylon religion that you can find, William Cooper, right here on YouTube, explains it all to you. All these symbols that you have no idea, that you drive down the road and you see these corporate symbols, you know, for gas stations and supermarkets and all this other. They're all
perverts. They take the joy out of anything for the. Oh my goodness! You can't even look at a Washington Monument without thinking of these perverts and their influence now.
Yeah. But you know what? Our society is not about any of those symbols. The simple goodness of the American people, and most people everywhere, they always underestimate that. These evil, you know, gluttons for power like Bill Clinton, they always underestimate the power of simple goodness in one person. You know, they think that can't. They tell us 24 hours a day you're socially engineered to believe that you cannot make a difference, and that's just not true. But that's what we've been inundated with and brainwashed with since we were children.
No, it isn't true at all. I mean, just one person can make a huge difference in, you know, the fashion that they do. Howard makes a huge difference.
Oh, it started. The event started. That was the last text.
All right.
Okay. Yep. I hope you got some Rolaids in your pocket, Willie. Little Willie. This is gonna be good, man. Well, God, I hate him. I hate his hag wife and him and their daughter, who wears the upside down cross, her Luciferian symbol around her neck, you know.
Right.
So yeah, it's on like Donkey Kong, and this is gonna be good. And I just say a prayer for Howie, because he's in harm's way, you know. Yeah, a barf bag. Yeah, he's just, it's all the narcissistic egomaniac, you know, basically criminal sex offender, you know, psychology. That's what he is. You know, they're all above the law. There's nothing. They're bankrupt. They're shells of human beings. Their souls have long ago departed. You know, so yeah, they're dead, but they won't lay down. But we're gonna put them in their figurative place.
One thing that gets missed whenever people talk about their personality traits but I like to keep mentioning is that they're cowards, because
Yes.
if they weren't cowards, they wouldn't have to pick on the least person able to defend themselves. So they're cowards. And I do think at different times that it gives me comfort. I've seen pedophiles be convicted and be sentenced, and they sob uncontrollably. Uncontrollably for themselves.
Too late.
So,
Too late.
And I guarantee you that these other people that have the big names, and they've been the movers and the shakers of children, harming them and everything else, they will sob uncontrollably.
Yeah.
Over and over for themselves.
Yeah. There's more. There's more courage in these, one small child and how they survive this and how they overcome it than boatloads of these creeps. Yeah, I'm kidding. Wait, I got a text message. Yes, honey, I am hungry. She asked me if I'm hungry, so I told her.
Yeah, we got that.
It's nice to have somebody that cares if you're hungry or not. Rosie's doing a let's go dun 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 dun. So yeah, this is it's just their fun is just getting started, because I believe we've turned the corner on this. And yeah, one of my mentors and a human being that I'm very grateful for in my life, he always tells me, you can't walk into the woods for 4 years and walk out in 4 months. It can't be done. And that's true. And but we're at least moving in the right direction. I mean, think about it. Think about it, Catherine. I know you know this, but
well, right. The tide has turned.
A year ago. Think about it. I mean, it was like I felt like I was literally barking at the moon. Well, they say that about the crazy dog. Eat shit and bark at the moon. That's what it felt like. It's like nobody was listening. You're nuts. Nobody wanted to hear it. And I've got what's encouraging to me too is some family members and colleagues in the fire department are starting to listen to this. And I don't put this out. I put it out publicly on my Facebook page, and people know that it's an issue for me and I'm an advocate and so forth. But you just can't cram this down people's throats until they're ready to hear it. But a lot of people are ready to hear it, and they're listening, and that's very that's where change starts.
Well, honestly, I have to say the same thing. I've experienced the same thing where hardcore libs, they've listened and actually been red-pilled. So I was like, wow, things have changed.
Yeah.
And things have changed.
And people don't.
Whenever people are talking to other people online, go easy. And if you can find any sort of common ground, I've actually had good conversations with a couple of different liberals. It's been amazing to me.
Absolutely. The progressives, I mean, there are millions, I think at least 30 million that and Bernie was a letdown and so forth. But the good part about all those and the people who are, and I don't, all these political labels are all bullshit, whether it's liberal, progressive, that's just another psyop, but that being said, there are millions of those people that wouldn't vote for Hillary Clinton if she was the last human being on earth. And that's incredible progress, and like you said, Catherine, I try to practice that myself, drop these labels. We are not liberals or conservatives. We're human beings. Okay. And there are parts of that philosophy that are detrimental, but it's not about politics. It's not about, these labels that have been given to us and that we take up voluntarily, that all it does is divide and conquer us as human beings, as a nation, and as a world. So, yeah, we're making progress, and hopefully at some part in the political process, that's been co-opted by labels, names to do nothing. It's been designed to separate the country right down the middle. It's been very effective, because that's why nothing gets done. We've got people who identify on this side of it, and we're 50%, and we hate everybody on the other side, and it's just ridiculous. And it's just, good policy, good laws, good government has nothing to do with political ideology. It just doesn't. And I think we're starting to break through that, and having a president who's really not part of the old school political, I think that's what's made this possible, so. And go ahead.
I was actually talking to, according to the Twitter profile, a young Black woman, and we were talking about President Obama, and I said something about the $65,000 worth of hot dogs and pizza delivered to the White House, and I could tell by the way that I said it that she, took a second to respond, and she goes, "I heard something about that," and then then she comes back and she goes, "But I looked into it, and it just doesn't ring true to me." And I said, "Well, whether it rings true to you or not, it is absolutely true." And so then, we just kind of went on and talked a little bit more, and I could tell it hurt her badly. And I said, "You know what? I don't need for Obama to be guilty of harming children. I don't need that. The story and the problems with children today are plenty big enough. We don't need another name or another, trauma to add. So I don't need for Obama to be this bad guy, and I'm not trying to make him out to be one, but if he is one, I'm going to say he is." And so, we just went away respectful, and I think that she was red-pilled. She's not the one that I said was, but I believe that she was.
Wow, dinner just arrived. Hi, Carmela. Carmela just joined us. and Catherine, your Facebook or your Twitter profile is up, and it's all yours. I'm right here, but I gotta eat something, so I'm gonna. And you won't see me eating because your wonderful Twitter profile is what everybody's seeing, and they can hear you. They can hear your voice.
Well, that's good. I like my Twitter profile, so you just keep it flying there. Well, so while you're eating, I'm going to say this because this has come up personally in the last few days, and I've talked about this on the show before, and it's about people posting pictures of children on social media, whether it's Facebook, and I'm guilty. I've done it myself. I was ignorant then. I have changed completely. And I mean, if you have your Facebook completely private, that's one thing. But when you don't, or if you put a picture up on Twitter of a child, it is so not good. And the reason being is because the people that are involved in child pornography, they have to prove themselves to their peers all the time. They have to have fresh, new content all the time. So they have to have fresh, new faces. Well, they can and they do go on social media and screen grab pictures of children all over Instagram, Facebook, not so much Twitter because people, don't do so much on Twitter. But anyway, so
and I will double, triple endorse what you're saying. And if you don't realize that your Facebook is probably the worst, but all your social media is a catalog for pedophiles that will send a team out to grab your kid if some freak, you know, pays them money. You just haven't been listening. And yeah.
Well, even if they don't put your child's picture in a catalog, they can take your child's picture and put it in with other, you know how they Photoshop things. They'll Photoshop your child's picture in with the worst, the absolute worst pornographic material. And I mean, I don't want to be too graphic here, but people, you have to wake up and realize they are having children go with dogs. They're having children have sex with horses. So if you cannot put your child's face out there so where it could end up on somebody else that is having sex with a dog or a horse.
Yeah.
It's not worth it. And so it's a very high
protect your children, and there's no value and I think even if you know it's private, there's these people are still getting access, you know, to these images, and people better wise up, you know. I try to talk with my mouth full.
Well, it's unfortunate because there are plenty of children that I interact with that I adore, and they say the cutest dadgum things all the time, and I'd love to, you know, just share that with everybody.
Yeah.
But it just is not safe. You know, but I'm a Twitter person. I'm not a Facebook person.
Okay. I'm sorry. I was putting somehow I got on the chat room page, so I got I'm trying to do too many things at once. But yeah, I mean, and I agree. It's sad, you know, and we've said this before, that you just can't trust anybody, you know, your family included, your neighbors included, and you know, for right now, that's how it's got to be, and you know, that's a shame, but you know, hopefully at some point it won't be like that, but we're far from that day.
Yeah, this is true. This is true. Well, when you were talking about, you know, looking in your own neighborhood and such, I come into contact with children that I know that are being abused today. I called CPS, and nothing is done. And from the research that I've done and trying to find out why CPS takes some, doesn't take others, the one answer that I've heard that satisfies me is that the child that is in danger is not adoptable. So they are not adoptable to somebody outside of the agency, so they are not worth money to the agency, so the agency just leaves them. Yeah.
Yeah. The profit motive, the privatizations of children and family services, and I'll just shout out to Pam Olson, you know, who's doing some amazing work, you know, to bring that to the forefront. But yeah, it's just, you know, the whole thing, you know, and I agree with Nancy Schaefer that you know, it just needs to be destroyed and rebuilt. Our Child Protective Services.
Well, I've had a lot of dealings with CPS through the years and everything. My children had their friends come and stay with me, you know, with us at different times, and my daughter and I, we have had other children in our home, and CPS has had to come in and go through and, you know, everything else, and they were nice ladies. They were very nice ladies. They asked the right questions and everything else.
Oh yeah. And I'm not saying, and we're not saying, and I know that.
Right.
And you know it, that there are no good people in CPS, and that it does no good work. But the overall model, and you know, that's really not surprising. As sick as the society is, why would we think we have healthy institutions? You know, because we don't. And but yeah, I just say start over. You know, with a lot of this, the FBI included. You know.
Well, with CPS, we've talked about how they have changed their names. Now, see, what started me on this, and I don't even remember how long ago this was, but something happened in Florida. Some child died under the care of CPS, and so it made the big news and everything else, and they were really under scrutiny and under fire. So their answer to everything was, oh, you know, we are revamping, we are just, you know, completely overhauling our whole system, and we're no longer even going to be called CPS. We are changing our name. And I'm just going to use DCF as an example because I don't remember. So, you know, so we're changing our name from CPS to DCF. So now you have that place in Florida calling itself DCF, and you have another place calling itself something else. You have all these other states having disasters and changing their name from CPS to something else, so you cannot keep track of the incidents. That's I mean, pure and simple.
Yeah, if you think that's not done with intent, you're crazy.
Yeah, it's a very calculated move.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good market from their standpoint. It's a good marketing move. Mm-hmm. If you are marketing cereal, but you're not, you're dealing with children in real lives. Mm-hmm. So I advocate for every solitary thing CPS. That's it. CPS. You don't get to call yourself anything else, and you will keep good records. Good records. So. And
that wonderful, former Kansas official, deputy director, and God, her name escapes me, but just that initiative to share information between law enforcement and CPS. I mean, you would think that is so common sense that should get done in 10 minutes, but
that's how how many of the incidents that involve children that are under the care of their own parents, they skip town on CPS in one area to, hold on my ear. Okay, so they skip town from one area and go to another. Well, the law enforcement, when they get called in the new area, they don't have any record. So
it's ridiculous. You've got cops responding to, criminal incidents at a house where children are involved. And yeah, the cops do a good job of identifying that and reporting it to CPS. But wouldn't it be handy if, they could pull up their CPS record and know that these kids have been taken away from them before, and, all the information, it's just ridiculous. It's incredible to me that information isn't shared. And that's one of the areas, that we're all working on. But
well, it's obvious that it's done for a calculated reason, because the less we know, the more peaceable we are, because the more we find out, the more pissed off that we get. And then we start making phone calls and writing letters and, getting on our social media and such.
Yeah. And a lot of these, these criminals, they do other criminal acts that may not alert a law enforcement officer to the fact that the children need to be removed. But, if they've been called to the scene and whatever the criminal act that's occurring has occurred and they're investigating it, don't you think that their history with having their children taken away or any enforcement actions against them is pertinent to that officer? He might get a different look at what's going on in that household and intervene. How is he supposed to intervene if he doesn't even know?
So it could be likened to if you were in a traffic stop and they ran your license and they find out that you've been stopped, you know, for all these other things. So it can be likened to that.
Yes.
Did police get called to your house because of something that happened with children? And they should be able to access that if, you know, under the names and such.
In real time. And the other way around. The CPS workers that are going out to some of these houses are not getting the criminal information of these people that they're going to their houses, and they're in danger. These young, you know, idealistic, good, you know, young people that have entered this career, you know, altruistically to help children. You know, they're going out to a guy who's been convicted of a rape, and they don't even know it.
Right.
Crazy. So dinner's over. It was great. Thank you to my wild Irish rose, Kelly Suzanne. And we're
waiting on Howard.
Yeah.
We're waiting for any sort of word from Howard. He's with Bill Clinton right now.
Yep. In Philadelphia. And I'm going to put you on for a second, Catherine, because I have to be away from the microphone just for a minute here, but it's all you. So tell them what's going on, Catherine. Do a recap for us. And your wonderful Twitter page is back up. I'll be right back.
I love it. Just puts me on the spot like this.
A recap. You can do that with in your sleep.
Pull something out of my hat here. I don't know what, but no, I'm good. I'm excited about what's happening with Howard right now. I'm excited for him. Howard loves doing this stuff, and he's gifted for this.
Dinner was great, thank you.
And I just have mad respect for Howard. I love him to pieces. I could start crying my head off right now. I respect him so much and appreciate him. My goodness. Cool. My goodness. And Howard is someone, he's not a survivor, but he is in this every bit as much as any survivor I've seen. And I appreciate that from a survivor standpoint. I really do. And for people who are not survivors, which I appreciate survivors every bit as much as, you know, the next person or anyone else. But for people who are not survivors of some sort of childhood sexual abuse, for you to get out there, put your name out there, put your face out there, put your Twitter account out there, or your Facebook page or Instagram account, or whatever it is, for you to do that on behalf of survivors, it means a lot. And I want the people to know that it means a lot. It encourages people who have seen the crappiest things and experienced the crappiest things and lost hope more times than what you can even think of. It gives us hope that there are good people out there. So don't underestimate what your role is in crusading for children. Do not underestimate it. Don't be afraid to be a little person. Just, you know, thank you for what you do. Do more. Do more. Go harder. So that's my pep talk. But anyway, it's emotional for me for Howard to do this stuff.
All right. I have returned. All right. Thank you, Catherine, for.
Well, I did a shout out for the people that are involved on behalf of children that are not survivors, because what I say is that it gives us survivors hope that there are good people still out there. You know, survivors understand if another survivor doesn't molest another kid. We get it. We understand why you don't molest kids. We understand, you know, why another survivor would stand up for children.
Yeah.
But when we see people who have not experienced that in some fashion, when they stand up and they go, hold on a minute. No, y'all, no, I'm putting my voice to this and saying, no, stop, you can't hurt our children anymore, it really is a huge boost as far as morale is concerned and hope. And it makes a difference. It makes a difference.
Yeah. Well, we're all, you know, at the core of this, we're all human beings, and we all, you know, whatever your beliefs are, we didn't get here by accident, and God doesn't make junk, and we have to, you know, live by these spiritual principles that you know, are supposed to be parts of organized religion. They're and that's why I love the Native American spirituality and teachings. I mean, these things and things that Christ preached about. You know, they're the same things. You know, and the Native American don't call them principles; they call them laws. You know, that's how strong. You know, humility and honesty and empathy and kindness, you know, all those things, and you know, protecting the innocent, you know, all those things. You know, we need to start practicing, you know, what we know to be right, and regardless of your race, color, religion, lack of religion, you know, whatever it is, every human being has, I believe, given by our Creator, the ability to discern right from wrong. So we need to start living that way, and we are. So that was my little sermon.
The complete smackdown on those who are hurting our children. I mean, like, they're talking about prison reform a little bit right now, and I guess Jared Kushner is going to do the prison reform thing, which, you know, whatever. I'm all for it. I'm all for prison reform. I think that white collar criminals should be, every one of them, let out. I think they should do restitution, and they should do volunteer work at blue-collar crimes, because their crime is white-collar, and they could empty out a good part of the prison system and make room for those who harm children, because they know that once they cross that line into touching children, harming children, lusting after children, there's no going back. So
yeah.
And we have to remove these people from society.
Yeah. And show your gratitude for the lives we've all been so fortunate to have. You know, nobody suffers like the poor. You know, I think Bukowski said that, and man, that is true. You know, because and yeah, our kids are being trafficked here. You know, we have mega problems, but these children in Haiti, in Africa, in Mexico, my God, what, you know, and they have no protection, not even a chance of protection.
Right.
You know, so, you know, show if you're really grateful, you know, as a human being, give something back. You know, so that's kind of what it's all about, I think, and we're only coming through here one time, as far as I know, you know. So, come on, Howie.
This way,
I know.
This way, I can absolutely guarantee you, we only get one chance at this.
Your dog seconded that. It's okay, Catherine. You can. Uh-oh. We have Howie. We have a Howie sighting. What's going on? Talk to us.
Hold on a sec. Ah, crap.
You're on. You're good.
Now I got to get the front. Now I got to get the camera.
You had it.
Oh, I had it.
Yeah. Now it's looking at your shadow.
Sorry about that.
There you go. So what's going on?
It's done.
It's
Video will be there shortly.
all right. Okay. Tell them there's people in the chat room. How did it go down?
I can't see myself.
I can see you. That's all that counts.
Really?
Yes.
That's odd.
You're
It's driving me crazy.
You're backlit, but we can see you.
Hold on for 1 second. I'm going to drop out and come back in.
All right. The mission was successful. Now Howie's trying to get his audio visual. Yep. And you're still there,
Okay.
Howie. All right. You're on. It's all you, babe.
Yeah. Video will be there. They were doing some questions. I just got up. I just asked them why he flew on Jeffrey Epstein's Lolita Express 26 times. Sat there. He leaned over. I don't know. You can't see it. I checked the video. I was tilted to the side. He was leaning over. He was whispering stuff to James Patterson. James Patterson actually responded, started talking about that he investigated. I said, you didn't investigate it. You didn't. 26 times. I must have said 26 times, 26 times.
Awesome. Awesome.
Bill did not get up. He didn't say anything.
Shut him up.
Secret Service came over. You know.
So they were.
Asked, you know, sir, blah, blah, blah. And I think they said I could probably sit down, but I was like, nah, I'm not staying.
I love it. The Secret Service said, "Oh, you can just sit down." You know,
they asked for my, ID. I didn't produce ID. I gave them my name. I said, did I do anything illegal? Did I do anything illegal? She said no. I said, then I don't feel the need. I'm not trying to hassle you. She's very nice. They let me walk out.
Awesome. And I'll just tell.
Bill just sat there. He sat there like a little fucking bitch.
I love it.
None of his, you know. I thought he would do something. He was whispering to James Patterson. That's what he was doing.
He was saying, "I think this book is down the shitter." Yeah.
Kind of like, oh, who's Jeffrey Epstein? He was probably like, who's Jeffrey Epstein? What is this guy?
Yeah. I investigated. The hell you did.
John, you want to know the strangest thing is I was walking out, somebody was like, and I thought they did it at the Biden thing too. I thought guy was like, who cares?
Yeah.
I was like, oh, that's, who cares?
Yeah.
That's what the guy said. You'll hear it right on the video. So I was walking out. I just turned around. I said, Jeffrey Epstein.
Yep. Awesome.
So,
all right. Well, I'm saying.
Let me have the last word.
Yeah, and the best part is that these assholes, Clinton included, they can't even respond now. That big.
I expected him to, he was all like sitting there in his little, middle chair. Patterson on one side, some guy, Lee Childs, on the other side. I guess he's an author or something. But, I gotta tell you, when I was in there a little too long, like, I said, let me see how it goes. Let me sit. Man, when that guy speaks, I'm telling you, it is like, it's like hypnotic. You start like, you start believe. I'm sitting there like, not believing it, but it's like you see how there's something about the way he speaks, man, that gets a room, and I was like, yo, I got to get out of here.
Yeah, well, and all these guys, they're selected, for their ability to be charlatans and con men.
Well, he is. Well, he's. you know, he's the classic of the classic.
The pedophile sociopath, they're charming. That's one of their, you know.
He's a charm. You know what, John? He's a charming guy.
Mm-hmm.
He's an engaging, sits there in his little southern drawl and just, you know, anyway, that's why I was trying to like figure a time, and then I'm like, man, I got to just do this. So he heard me. I couldn't get in the front 8 rows were all taken up by somebody or other. And sorry, I'm a little hyped.
Yeah. I remember last time you were a little and you're on your home turf, so he had a lot of disadvantages. So yeah, I think this confrontation could you know, it's going to get more views than the Joe Biden confrontation. And you ain't done with Joe. I hate to tell him that, you know, but you know.
Whatever you mean, John.
Well, you know, figuratively.
I deserve a drink.
Yeah, Howie's. Yeah, have a beer.
Oh, I think I could probably sit outside.
Yeah. And welcome to the second half of the show. Have a beer with Howie.
Man.
Now this is reality television. I can. Yeah.
That was straight up fun. That was fun.
So let me tell the people what's got to happen now. Howie's got the video, and he's going to upload it, and then I'm going to post it on.
And it shouldn't be an issue. It's only about 2 minutes. I mean, I said it. I was legitimately expecting him to do something.
Yeah.
And you know, I'm looking right at him. He leans. He leaned over to Patterson, and Patterson leaned. You know, they were like whispering. I'm like, "Come on, Bill. You know you did it." Like what? I said, "James, you wrote a book on Epstein."
Yeah. Awesome.
And then Patterson's. I don't know if you'll be able to hear it in the video because he wasn't talking real loud, but he said that he investigated it and Bill did nothing wrong and all this.
Oh yeah, were you on the plane, asshole? No.
Yeah, I tweeted that. I don't know if you saw. I tweeted out an article. I tweeted out an article from Page 6. There was a New York detective that worked on the book with Patterson, and even though he found that Clinton, you know, flew with him multiple times, he found no evidence, and there were masseuses on the plane, but there's no evidence that Bill had anything.
There's pictures of Clinton with the girl that filed charges against Epstein.
Yeah, I should have brought up Rachel Chandler, but I just wanted to hammer the Jeffrey Epstein 26 times. I was going to use your thing. It's like, how many children did you rape? But I just, you know, I thought as I was sitting there, I said, let me just keep it. Why are you flying on his plane?
Yeah. Well,
but he sat there like a he sat there.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think it may have dawned on Bill that he's not protected or he's protected less than he used to be. And nobody gives a shit about, you know, his explanation of what happened with Monica Lewinsky, but they do care about it, you know.
Yeah, one of the Secret Service. I don't know if it should be on the video because it was still rolling. He's like, get out of here. I mean, like the Secret Service guy was like, get out of here. I'm like, dude, what do you mean get out of here? I was like, you fucking did it. They kept saying this is not the time or the place. I'm like, well, I mean, if I could meet him in person, I'd ask him the same question. But unfortunately, this is my only shot at it. You know, but the Secret Service was actually, listen, they were very nice. The guy didn't even put a hand on me.
Yeah.
They didn't put a hand on me, walked me out. Another Secret Service came up. She asked for my ID. I wouldn't produce ID. I gave her my name. wouldn't give my date of birth. And I said, did I do anything illegal? She said, you were disruptive. I said, did I do anything illegal? She said, no. I said, I'm not trying to make your job hard. There's a little clip of that too. So,
yeah.
But
I'd ask her, do you find it hard protecting this scumbag?
like they all kind of knew.
Yeah, of course they knew.
They all knew.
They know,
Yeah, they weren't. Yeah,
I'm sure he does skeevy stuff to them.
Yeah. So, they'll probably get back to their whatever, make, this guy, blah, blah, blah. James Patterson will probably say that, but it rocks the whole, it rocks the whole event.
Yep. And this book tour is not going well for Billy and James.
No. And I'm hoping that once this video gets uploaded and gets out there and will serve as a thing that, yes, you can do this too. It's not, there's nothing, 100 times out of 100, there's nothing special about me. I don't mean to change on, bro. Sorry, man. Did I lose you?
No, we're on.
Yes. Sorry, someone was just asking me for money. So I'll get that to you. I just need to decompress for a second because
have a beer, relax. You can.
You can have a beer. I'm getting. Being downtown and being around all listening to the conversations, waiting in line, listening to people. Actually, the couple sitting next to me, they're gonna have a story to tell because we were talking. I went outside to smoke the cigarette, and I came back in. We started having a conversation about the price of cigarettes and stuff, and they were nice, and they'll be like, I mean, they have to be like, what the fuck, but hopefully, hopefully, some good will come out of it. It was so unbelievably. It was so worth it. So worth it.
Restores my hope in this country that a citizen of this country can stand up to power and say, we got a problem with you, buddy. A big one.
There was no issue whatsoever.
We know we're not fucking stupid.
And I'm Secret Service, they didn't even come at me aggressively. They said, "Sir, you want to sit down?" I mean, I think that's what he said to me. I was like, I don't know how I could sit down. I don't know how I could sit down after that, but it's time to get out of there. It's time to get out of there.
Yeah.
So
they're asking. The chat room's asking how long before they upload. So you got to go home, right? I mean, you're gonna go home.
I could probably do it from out and about.
If you get a Wi-Fi connection,
I should probably send it to you, right? And then you get it.
You can, if you use Google Dropbox, you can do that.
I forget how we did it last time.
Probably the easiest way, Howie, is just sign on to the Traffic Report YouTube page, and you can upload it.
I can't sign on to anything from my phone. Because my YouTube account got suspended. I can't do anything. You're gonna have to upload it like you did last time.
Okay.
You're my technology wing.
You'll have to. I mean, you can try to text it to me. It's probably too big of a file, but you're gonna have to put it in Google Dropbox.
Okay. All right. We'll figure it out. It'll be out by tonight. It's 8:30, dude. I mean, the night is way young.
Yeah. Or just go home and go on the computer and sign on to the Traffic Report account and upload it. That's
all right.
Either or, whatever you think.
Cool. I'm looking for a place to sit, and I can't really find one.
He's in Philadelphia. You can't find a place to sit.
Well, I mean, an appropriate place to sit.
Catherine's like, what the heck?
So, but trust me, it was done.
Yeah, yeah, I
It's
do.
done.
I do, and it's gonna be better than Joe Biden. I know that.
It's what?
It's gonna be better than the Biden video. I know that. It's a worse offender, and and I think you're just yeah, absolutely. They're saying the money raised from Clinton's book should be seized as proceeds of crime. Yeah, I hope so. But I think you have set the tone for the rest of that book tour.
It'll on top of that, yeah, it may everywhere they go, they may think twice.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe we misjudged and they already found that out on the Today Show. He's totally oblivious to the new climate in this country with scumbags like him that are basically rapists that use power to rape women and children.
And that's what I was expecting. He always, every time I've seen him confronted, he says something. And he didn't even say anything directly to me. Like he wouldn't say anything to me. Like I said, he was literally with one of these with Patterson. Patterson spoke. Patterson said, I investigated it.
Yeah, I bet you did, James. I bet you did. Neighbor, Palm Beacher, Patterson, neighbor of Epstein. Yeah, he should have, he should just be the Justice Department instead of the.
Well, you know what? Based on this Page 6 article, and that book was written with a New York City detective. I would like to talk to that detective because he was doing the supposed investigative work, and he was the one who basically exonerated them from wrongdoing. So I would like to somehow get in touch with him and be like, how did you weren't there, dude?
Yeah.
And did you talk to the young victims? Although
right.
Available to, somebody that would be writing a book, which you can't blame them for that. But,
they never, yeah, Catherine, if you see that Page 6 article, if you Google like Page 6 Clinton Epstein, you'll find it. I think it's from I think the book came out in 2014 or 16. 2016, right? It was right before the election, actually. I don't even know how I missed it.
Yeah.
I just lost my train of thought.
It's okay. You're allowed. So the chat room's loving it. I'll tell you that. And a lot more people are going to love this because, the healthiest sign of our society is that
in the article, they said multiple times, but 26 looks real bad.
Yeah. 26, 26, Bill, 26.
Yeah. And I was talking directly to Bill, man, and he wouldn't fucking engage me. I was so pissed off.
No consciousness of guilt.
They already had a talk with him after his Today Show debacle. They're going to set it down.
But I was saying, Catherine, to you earlier, he always confronts a confronter.
Yeah.
Always.
Yeah, the game has passed him by, and even these narcissist psychopaths. I think that's they made the difference. Missy, some of her work. The difference is the sociopath never gets tired, but the psychopath does get tired at some point. And I think Bill's tired.
Oh, he is. Oh, he's way tired. He sounded tired. He sounded old. But he's still, like I said, he is a charming public speaker.
Oh yeah.
And that's what has made him, when I was standing in line, the three women behind me, they didn't know each other, and they started talking about this. They were talking about soap operas for a while, and then the conversation inevitably turned to the Monica the interview on the Today Show and Monica Lewinsky, and they even were like, "That's 20 years ago. Like, move, like, who, you know, like, move on. Like, really?"
Yeah, yeah.
I'm standing there listening, dude, and I'm like, I was ready to blow my.
That's what the Today Show guy said, you know, and the people, the conversations. He ruined her life. You know, her life has been ruined, and he's yet to, like, he can't personally apologize to her. That tells you everything you need to know about Bill.
But listen,
the other stuff he's done.
But they think they were being hard on him, man. They're doing him a favor. All the shit he's done. Monica Lewinsky was, I mean, that's got all the attention because they could actually prove that. Finally, they got something they could prove.
Well, they can prove all the shit he did in Mina. You know, they can prove that he was complicit in the murder of the kids.
Flowers and Paula Jones, and just down the line, but his time, forget. I don't even get on starting about his time in Arkansas. I mean, but how that guy could sit up there and me knowing all this stuff, and I'm telling you, being in his presence, it was like I was like, it was like the snake charmer, man, and I was like, I gotta do this before.
Don't look at him. Don't look at him.
Yeah, don't look. Yeah, don't look.
Yeah, I'm telling you, the evil that they're capable of is hypnotic. You know, that's how they groom their victims. That's how they, that's their survival mechanism. You know, they're good at it.
In my book, I mean, Bill Clinton should go down as probably the
scummiest president that ever lived.
The worst sociopath that has ever existed. Because I mean, the things that he's done, things that he has done in his life.
Yeah, but no different than George W. Bush. I mean, the young kids, the Franklin scandal, and the shit that he did.
But the way he was able to avoid every pitfall. I mean, he just wiggled his way out of everything with a smile and a wink.
Yeah. Well, Bush wasn't even outed.
Sacrificing children and chickens and whatever else he could to the devil, so that happened.
Yeah.
I'm having trouble hearing Catherine, I guess.
Yeah.
All right.
Sarcastic, but it's also the truth.
Yeah. 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 Bush. I wish Bush did personal appearances because I'd have to. That's one I want right there.
All right. I want to. Thanks to everybody who was hanging around. I mean, that's it means the world to me. Just knowing that there's people there. I probably could have done it live. They didn't seem to be scrambling any kind of cell signal, but I didn't want to. I certainly didn't want to chance it. But you were there live with me, so as always. And it's only Wednesday. It's only Wednesday.
The month is young.
The week is young.
And the week.
Yeah. We'll be going live this Sunday.
Oh, that's what I heard. A little bird told me that.
Okay. All right. Sunday.
Another special report.
All right. All right. Why don't I just lost my. Am I still here?
Yeah, you're still here.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna let me jump on the train. For some reason, I feel like having a cup of coffee instead of a beer. I'm gonna jump on the train, head on home, and I'll get you. We'll get everything up online. We'll get the videos up on the channel, and we'll start tweeting the heck out of it.
Boom.
All right, brother.
Love you, bro.
All right. All right. Tell everyone in the chat room, everyone who's listening.
Yeah.
And
tell them yourself.
Talk to everyone soon. All right.
All right.
Bye, Catherine.
All right.
Stay safe, Howard.
We gotta get your Google working. I can't hear you so good. We'll get it. We'll get it. All right. All right. All right. I'm out.
Bye for now, buddy.
All right, bro.
Awesome. Awesome. Mission accomplished.
All righty. One down and one to go.
He's still there. Yeah. Okay. Now he's gone. All right.
I know.
Yeah. Okay. hit the hang up. We'll hang up.
I never said I was smart.
All right. Can we get notifications, Tina? Yeah. If you enable your notifications, you'll get this video is going to go up when we come off, and that video will go up, and I'll probably have to go off the air to get it posted, but we'll there's another special event coming up Saturday. So we're going to be live with that, and we may just come on between now and then to go over the video or do a I don't know, but we'll be around. The information will be out, and we will be here to talk about it. That might all occur next Wednesday when all the special reports are over with. So it's I can't wait to see it myself. I'm just yeah. Bill's book tour has just entered the whirlpool of the toilet. So the Tidy Bowl man he's on the boat with the Tidy Bowl man.
We need to get a toilet flush sound.
Thanks, Robin. Thanks everybody in the chat room. I feel better when I know Howie's out of there and safe, because I worry about his safety. But none of us that do this would do anything else. Would do anything else. So it's let's see. I gotta send that one to voicemail. Sorry. So yeah, mission accomplished. It'll be up soon. Did Howie buy a copy? I don't think so. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna get a copy of what I might do one night for a show is we'll go over Patterson's investigation of the Epstein affair and just see how much he got wrong. So I know right now Patterson's wishing. I saw his face when he was on the interview with NBC, and he's just like, "Oh my God, this is a disaster,"
Yeah, because he's pretty conservative. Patterson is, I don't know.
Bye,
if
Rosie.
politics is conservative, but as a person, he's conservative.
Yeah. But I know he's just thinking to himself, "Oh man, this was a mistake." So, well, I will. I'd like to. I just can't do both. I can't get this posted and stay on here. But we'll be. We basically said everything we need to say tonight as far as the show goes. And Robin, he wrote. He co-wrote this piece of garbage they're out there trying to sell right now, and with Clinton, and he supposedly did an expose, which obviously was a poor expose. If he's sitting on the same stage with Bill Clinton, and claiming that he did a hard-hitting expose of the Epstein affair, he's full of shit. So basically, yeah, we're going to be talking about all of that. Rosie's leaving us right now, and thank you, Rosie, for everything you do. Thank you, everybody that hung in there and stayed with us. And more will be revealed. And I'll tell you right now, there's another special event that's going to be on Saturday. So stay with us. We're not done with this by a long shot. Yeah, Rosie's doing the Walton sign up. Metal Lady Benz, thank you. Thank you.
On location.
Yeah, everybody's heading for the exit. So yeah, more will be revealed. You know, we're none of us we're just getting started. So we've got a lot of cool things planned for this summer, and we're going to keep hammering and investigating and digging, and we rely on all of you. You know, get aboard with our crowdsource page on Facebook. Post your investigation. Post your information. You know, Jason Goodman. I'm getting ready, and I'm sure Howie's going to be on with Jason on crowdsource after this. He had Laura Loomer on there tonight. She killed him at Barnes and Noble.
Barnes and Noble.
Yeah. So yeah, we're just getting going, and I think this summer is gonna. I think that is just my personal opinion that we're gonna have some big names getting indicted before the 2018 elections. You know, I think that may be the plan. So yeah, stay tuned. We need every one of you. Thank you for all your help. You know, we can't do this without you. But yeah, all your investigation, email that to us. Come on here. You know, this is a forum for survivors. It's a forum for you know, investigators. You know, if it pertains to any of this, and it all does. That's why we're here. And email us your information. Join our crowdsource page on Facebook and post your investigation. Post that information. We've got a lot of big stories right now that need investigation. The events in Tucson, the Nexium, the schools. You know, there's a lot of stuff that's going.
Missing children in Virginia.
Yes, yes. A pedophile running for governor. I'm gonna be at one of his rallies.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. I can do that. So
well, you know, one of the things that I was thinking earlier, John, when we were talking, is that they used to call people like us conspiracy theorists. Well, now there's so much evidence they can't call it a conspiracy any longer.
No.
It's evidence.
Yeah.
So, you know, whenever people come at you online with the conspiracy, you know, heebie-jeebie conspiracy theorist,
tinfoil hat. Yeah.
No, it's not a conspiracy any longer because there's enough evidence that it's changed. So.
Yeah, and it's conspiracy
Get
fact.
on board, help a child.
Yeah, it's conspiracy fact. You know, and they're if they're not calling you a conspiracy theorist, you're doing something wrong. So wear that badge proudly. Don't take on labels. You know, we are all human beings. We're children of God, whatever your concept is, and we will not be ruled by evil. So we're just getting going. I love you, Catherine. Any closing thoughts?
No, I'm good. I'm very thankful that things went smoothly, and as far as Howard's health and safety is concerned, uneventful. But Bill Clinton, I hope he feels a little bit of discomfort right now, and you know, hopefully some people will be. You know, maybe there could even be people in that audience that never heard of Bill Clinton being on Jeffrey Epstein's airplane 26 times. I can see that happening. So, you know, there'd be some questions in people's mind, and now we have video to show. So we'll be looking at that soon.
Yeah. And the message that the show has given from day one, that Howie's given every time is, you can do this. This is not rocket science. You can get out there and exercise your constitutional rights of free speech and hold your elected officials accountable from a local level all the way up to the president of the United States. And a former president just got held accountable tonight and sat there like a mummy, mute. So
Kind of
you're,
like
you're
one
so
of his
welcome,
friends, Joe
Meredith.
Biden did.
Yep. There's a trend
Yeah.
developing. Yeah.
Well, that's a standard MO. I mean, anybody that is advising these men are going to tell them, do not respond. Do not respond. Don't say a word.
Yep. Absolutely.
They can talk about you if for being silent, but they can use your words against you if you open your mouth and insert your foot.
Yeah.
So,
Well, their silence is deafening. So we know what's going on, and we're not going to stop until every last citizen is aware of the vermin that have been attempting to govern them. So thank you, everybody.
well,
Yeah.
there's certainly a lot left to put out on the table, that's for sure.
Oh,
And it's coming. It's
Yeah.
on its way.
Yep. You can't stop it. The floodgates, we said, I think 9 months ago, maybe, that the floodgates are open, and there's no way to close them. So that's a good thing.
Onwards and upwards.
Okie dokie. Yep. And thank you, Catherine. I love you. And
All right.
Howie and everybody in the chat room, on Facebook, on Twitter. We're doing this. We're getting this done, and we're just getting started. So I will have that up the second I can have it, and that hopefully that'll be within the next half hour to 45 minutes. So stand by, and we'll see you soon. I'll do another reminder for Saturday, and we're going to be very active in the coming days. So stand by. Please stand by.
Lots going on. Lots going on. All right, John. Thank you. Good night. Love you.
All right,
Tell
Bob.
Kelly I said hi. Love her too.
All right.
And Howard, thanks so much. Thanks so much.
Touchdown. All right. I love you, sweetheart. I'll talk to you soon.
Out of the park. Out of the park. All right. Talk to you soon.
All right. Bye-bye. All right. And thank you, everybody. And yeah, we will take care. Thank you for all your help. And Robin and Box and Tina and Rosie and everybody in there. Harold. This is why we do what we do. And we couldn't do it without you. So we'll have that video directly. And we'll be talking to you soon. And we'll just say good night for now. Good night.